Good evening. This is Dennis Wong from Sinan Nutritional and Sinan Pharmacy in Winnipeg. Tonight, I have a special guest, Mr. Willard Reeves, and a friend of mine, Mr. Nom Dupas, to talk about health, wealth, and mindset and how to be healthy. And our talk is titled Healthy Talk. And we wanted to come on uh, like to share some information that each of us have and our thought on the health and wellness, and we're hoping that we can do this at least once a month, if not every 2 weeks, regularly. So welcome to our first live healthy talk. Welcome, Willard and Norm.
Hello,
Hey,
everybody. Norm, how you doing? Dennis?
great. How are you
I'm
guys?
doing great.
Excellent.
Super.
So we decided to do this because a couple of weeks ago we had a quick meeting at our pharmacy with Willard and Norm, and we're talking about different things, supplement, how to be healthy. And I was excited to meet Willard Reeves because he is the uh, epitome of sportsman and healthy and all of that. So I I follow Blue Bombers. I'm actually not. I've been in Winnipeg for 33 years, and I follow Blue Bombers. And so, for me to meet legend like him was exciting. So we start talking about different things, what we do, what we take. And I'm being a integrative pharmacist. I do a lot of supplement recommendation and wellness coaching. So we end up talking about health and wellness and supplement. So that that's gonna be our main theme for our Healthy Talk live events.
Yeah, it was such a great conversation, Willard and Dennis, that we had. We thought we got to bring this live to people to have just a real good conversation about health, what it means to people, what it means to society, and really, if we start with that, just starting to look at that question, like Willard, you're a professional athlete, you have been your whole life, right? And maybe you
Yes.
can talk to us about your journey, about what you've done and all the rest, as far as what it means to you, the health, and what it means to society, the costs, and all the rest.
It's always been in my blood, so to speak, to continue to uh, work out even after playing professional sports. Even when I was with the Justice Department here in Manitoba, it's it's just seemed like it's just embedded in me to continue to work out. I mean, I'm working out like I'm getting ready to go play football again. Only thing I can't do with my upper body right now because of my shoulder. But I feel very, very good right now with some of the things that I've gotten a hold of, thanks to you two, and this is what we want to talk with the people out in Facebook land, because we have a product here that I'm not easily to endorse anything, but this one here is unbelievable. The taste, how you feel, and like I said, I work out, between 45 minutes to an hour a daily, and for some unknown reason, I've been going a lot longer. And this is some of the things I want to talk to the audience about, because, um, you know, health, staying healthy, staying active is very important for a long, hopefully a long, healthy life where you don't have to go to the hospital and things of that nature. So,
Yeah.
yes, let's let the audience know what we have here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that's really, since I met Dennis almost more than 10 years ago, it's really, his philosophy is really like an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, right, Dennis?
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
Willard, so Dennis, maybe talk to us a little bit about that and your journey. And what I've seen and the people that I see that you see is often, I'm going to say, I'm going to use the word train wrecks, but I'm going to use people that, wait till something happens to come and see you, right? Where I look at Willard, and it's really the epitome of taking care of yourself now, so you don't have to get into that sort of a situation, right? So Dennis, maybe you can talk to us a little bit about what you see and what your philosophy is with that.
Absolutely. Actually, I gonna share my own story to start with. As a pharmacist, when I graduated, I worked for a chain pharmacy that I thought it's great place to work and that I have time and support to care for the patients properly. But then later on, the whole landscape change, pharmacy business change, and to the point that we decided, my wife's a pharmacist also, we decided we're going to start our own pharmacy and we're going to care for other people. And only knowing traditional, training of, Western medicine type of thing, but there's always underneath me as being Asian and, grew up in Asia, knowing the whole, if you eat properly, if you, have a better mindset, the body can heal itself if you feed it properly. That's always with me as we started our pharmacy. And we're trying to help people as much as we can, but to the point that we ourselves didn't take care of ourselves. And I literally got really sick. I never had allergy or anything before, but after 5 years of running our own pharmacy, I started getting seasonal allergies severely to the point that every spring or fall, I get sinus infection and I have to take antibiotic to treat it. Otherwise, I can't even stand up. And then that wrecked my gut. And then with that, like I'm in this, really bad cycle
Yeah.
until I realized that, and I got to meet some of my mentor, physician and practitioner who's in nutrition and wellness, and started teaching me. And I actually cure myself to the point that now, after 15 years, I am quote unquote my best mindset, etc. But took me 10 to 15 years to reverse all that. So like, Willard said, like you said, if you look at Willard, he's always been healthy and practicing, etc. If I'm like that, it wouldn't take me 15 years to get back to where I am. Like right now, people looked at me and, oh, you look really young. And I said, I appreciate it because Norm, you know how old I am. And I'm not going to boast on it. But, but the funny thing is that even in traditional medicine, when we fill medication for the painkiller, when we tell patient that, okay, you got a dental surgery, when anesthesia wear off, you're gonna start feeling pain. When you feel the pain, as soon as you feel the pain, you start your painkiller. Don't wait until the pain is severe enough, then you start taking it, because as soon as you feel the pain, you start the painkiller. It's only going to need 1 or 2 tablets. But if you wait until really severe pain, it may take 10 tablets of painkiller to control that. The same thing in the wellness. And so prevention is always the trump card.
Yeah, no, I think that's fantastic. And I know, Willard, we talked about that, and we looked at really, what is the cost? What is the cost to the person, to society, when we start looking at not taking care of our health, right?
Go ahead. Sorry.
No,
it's astronomical, because it not only does it start hurting our healthcare system. I mean, it's already at a collapsing stage as it is already, right? But when you tie in other people who have, who can actually get up and get out and just do a little exercise and stuff like that to prevent maybe some of the visits to the hospital or to your doctor, it's worth $1 million, right? If you are feeling good about yourself, you get off that table, you get off the chair in front of the television, stuff like that, and just go walk around for a little while. That's not gonna hurt you. It's gonna actually enhance the thing. So as you continue to do it, and as you get into it and you're getting in shape and stuff, you want to do more and more, because now you're starting to feel good about yourself, right? That's the key. You have to start feeling good about yourself, because it will happen, right?
Well,
any way you look at it, it will happen.
Absolutely. I'm glad you brought that up too, because I mean, I know you're a professional athlete. You have been your whole life. And you were recommending, or you were saying something to the effect of, what can people do to start, to start on their journey of getting healthier, getting feeling better, changing mindsets, all the rest.
Take the first step.
Absolutely.
Walk toward the door, open it up, and whatever. The weather's not like Winnipeg's weather in the wintertime. Just just keep walking forward. I mean, that is the key. You have to get started first. You have to take that first step, and after
Yeah,
that, who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, no, I
exactly.
think that's so good. That's so great. I mean, again, having known Dennis for a while, I know that's your philosophy, right, Dennis?
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
what do you tell patients?
Well, I tell patient that, a lot of the patient that I work with, they come to me with 5 to 10 years of chronic health issue. And so, when you talk about exercise and stuff, some will really want to push it, but then they don't have the enough energy or movement. And so I said, you know what, you don't need to. And so their reason is, I can't exercise because I'm in this condition and I'm exhausted. And what I tell them to do is, even sitting in the chair, move your arm up
Yeah.
and down, do this a little bit. Like Willard said, start, one step at a time. When you start doing that, after a while, you're going to have more circulation, more strength, and with, of course, eating properly and some supplement, etc., depending on what you need, then your body's gonna start healing better.
Yeah.
And that's where you have to do. I have a lot of patients that I've talked to them, and some said, "Oh, I can do this, or I can do that." And I said, "You know what? You're not, I can make the decision what to do." And I tell them that not making the decision is making the decision.
Very true.
You're not moving forward, taking that, one step forward. That means you're actually moving backward
Mhm.
because you think you're on the same spot, but the whole world is moving forward and you're left behind.
Yes.
So, you have to keep moving, even though sometimes it's a struggle. You have to take that first step and do a little bit of moving. On the food side, yeah, some people said it's too expensive to eat all these healthy stuff. Well, one step at a time, switch one thing off,
Mhm.
stop eating one thing. Like I tell people, you don't have to go eat good stuff, but remove the bad stuff.
Yes. And it's funny
Very
because
true.
when I started taking this fermented vegan protein in greens, when I started taking it, after about I say after about 4 weeks, I cut out something. I had to cut out either breakfast or I cut out lunch, and I would just have that shake that day, and then I'll go at nighttime about 6 o'clock. I would have, yeah, I would have pasta or something like this, or fish or something. But I've noticed my diet has changed a lot, and I know my energy has changed in a big way, especially as someone that's 63 years old. Right, I'm out there lifting weights like no other. Right, like I say, not working out my upper body yet because of my shoulder, but I can't wait till I can start doing that because my legs are extremely strong. My energy level is pretty much off the chart. I can tell you that right now. You did a body scan of me when I was
Right.
at your thing there
Yeah.
one time, um, and it, of course, it did show something about
Yeah.
my left
Yeah.
shoulder, right?
Yeah.
Everything else
It was
was
great.
spot on. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, right?
And, one of the thing that every time I do the total body analysis, one of the key area I've looked at is basal metabolic rate. A lot of the people will look at the like BMI. I don't look at the BMI as much because BMI is can be different with
Yeah,
height and etc. But I look at the basal metabolic rate, which
right.
means that when you're just lying there and breathing, your body can burn that much energy in 24 hours.
Yes,
And even though with your shoulder injury and stuff, and you're not actively playing football anymore,
right.
your basal metabolic rate was over 2,000.
Yes,
That is excellent,
yeah,
testimony that you still keep healthy and you still, keep moving. And just because, oh, I'm done, professional football, I can do whatever. No, you keep up with your health and you're concerned with your
Yeah.
wellness, and that's the key to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I find that and what you just said is actually spot on, because I find in some of my former teammates and people who played in the National Football League and CFL, the excuse is, "Oh, I'm getting older." And I said, "Yeah, you're getting older. So what, right? It doesn't mean you just sit down and just wait till you get really old and
Yeah.
stiff and everything like that. I'm running. I'm lifting legs and doing all the other stuff that my doctors allow me to do right now until my shoulder gets uh, up and running. But I won't stop. It is really a natural thing for me to do, and I encourage a lot of people just to get up, and just make that first step. It's vitally important for you. It's also vitally important for um, you know this country, really, right? In terms of our healthcare system, is extremely important to really change the way you do a lot of things.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know growing up watching you play, Willard, it was such a pleasure. And I always look at professional athletes today too, and you just look at them and say, what role does nutrition play when you're at that level, right? So what
Yeah.
role does nutrition play? What do you
It,
need to eat to keep that machine moving?
it plays a lot. I think you find yourself eating a lot more because you're burning a lot of calories, especially if you're on the football field and doing all kinds of crazy things. And you know, we have what we call a training table. We have dietitians who come out and say, this is what these athletes need. You got your fish, you got your pasta, you got this, and you got that, and stuff. Lots and lots of fruits, that's for sure, and multivitamins. Yes, and they have multivitamins and yes, shakes. With the different types of powdered shakes and stuff. I just absolutely hated them. Because you had that gritty taste in your mouth and stuff like
Yeah.
this. So
Yeah.
but we did eat good. We ate very well,
Yeah.
and it showed on the football field, right?
Yeah, no, I think I'm always fascinated by that. And the reason I was bringing that up is because everyone that's watching and that's everyone that's involved, really, we have to just think a little bit about what we're putting into our bodies, right?
Yeah.
And the issue now with a lot of stuff is that we might be eating a lot of different types of foods, but we might not necessarily be getting the right amount of calories, the right calories, and also the nutrition we need just by eating, right? So it's always been a fascination to me that we understand everything we put in our mouth eventually ends up at a cellular level somewhere, or is treated, right? And it's such an important role, right, Dennis? Like when you're talking to patients again, what sort of recommendations do you do, and what do you say to patients that like you said, you can't say, well, quit eating bad food, quit eating all this. You got to be a lifestyle, right?
Yeah. Well, what I find it is that you have to make sure that, the people or the patient or the client that I'm working with, they understand why you ask them to eat certain way or certain food. And you have to explain to them that what they're eating right now, what these foods are doing to their system. And if you look at it generally, the whole society, not America, that I'm going to say, including US, Canada, that the food that we're eating has so much sugar hidden in it. And sugar is an inflammation. And if you go look at it, all these health experts going to say diabetes is number one chronic health disease that we have. And that is a lifestyle disease. It's because in our food that there is so much, high fructose corn syrup and simple carbohydrate, and all these are modified to the point that there's rarely enough nutritional value in it except sugar. And that's causing the issue.
Okay.
And that's why when Willard said, we have to take multivitamin, including in the whole plan, because nutritionists and dietitians that working with the athletes know that there's not enough, even they were trying to eat healthy, there's not enough minerals and vitamins in the food anymore, so that they are supplementing it. And so for our body, the key thing is, to make it simple, our body need two things. One is protein. Protein, because it's a building block for muscle, uh, fuel for energy, and also proteins are also source for brain neurotransmitter like serotonin and dopamine.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I tell people eat lots of vegetables, multicolor, because antioxidant and also lots of fiber there and complex carbohydrate that we get from there. The other thing is all the vitamins and minerals that our body need as a micronutrients for our body enzyme to be able to function. All of them are in the vegetables. So I tell people that, to start with, watch what you're eating, take one stuff out, add another vegetables in, or take another stuff out, add a little bit more protein in. And sometimes it's harder for people to switch that off. And that's why the reason I come up with the fermented vegan protein and greens, because some of my patients saying, I can take anything off, but I want to add those, but I can eat more. What can I do? And like a scoop of this.
Yeah.
Like this morning, I was talking to one of my patient follow up, and she said, I'm, a little bit more tired in the afternoon and I can't eat anymore. I said, well, you got a protein shake. She said, yeah, I'm drinking it around like 10 o'clock in the morning on the Zoom. And she said, this is my breakfast. It's so good. I said, why don't you have another one in the afternoon? She said, yeah, I can do that. Just a scoop of powder, take it to work, pour, a bottle of water and shake it and done. So that's, what we're trying to do. We're trying to help people to be able to slowly incorporate, but the key will be is eating lots of vegetables and, protein, enough protein for your body to be able to build the muscle, burn the, carbohydrate that, because the muscle is where all the sugars are get burned. Right. So people with, metabolic syndrome or diabetic condition, type 2 diabetic condition, I tell them eat more protein so that your body can build more muscle, move a little bit like Willard said. So it'll, strengthen the muscle, and muscle will then burn the excessive sugar for you. Then your sugar level will be controlled better.
Yeah. No, I know. And we look at, and we hear this a lot, right? I mean, if we went on the internet, we'd all be slim and fit, right? Because we know what the message is. But I think what the way that I love that the way that Dennis works, and Willard, we talked about that last time too. It's really taking that first step, right?
Yeah.
So getting off the couch, that's the first thing. And second thing that I love to do is when we go to places, I love looking, and if I open a cupboard, and I love looking at how much processed food someone's eating. And it's mind-boggling. And all you have to do is just go in the cupboard, pick one of those things out, and look on the back, and just take a few seconds to look at the ingredients. I can almost guarantee you that sugar, disguised as fructose, glucose, you name it, it's all disguised in all these fancy names, is in there, right? Just start removing a little bit of that, and let's make this simple, right? It's just one step at a time, right?
It is as simple as that. I think, the willpower sometimes comes into question, is what it is. It's the fact that once you start getting that step, once you start feeling a little bit better about yourself because you've changed something in your life besides sitting down watching television and just going to the fridge, you're actually opening the door, walking outside, okay, and doing something, either going cutting the grass or doing something, maybe change a little bit in your diet that you've been eating and snacking on and stuff like that. With me, I cut down a lot of my snacks, right? And of course, my wife is actually noticing that,
there's French benefits to this stuff, eh?
Well, it is, especially, when, like when I wasn't working out because of my medical stuff. She looks and says, where are you guys going? I'm looking around. Who are you talking about?
Oh,
About me.
The two of you.
Yeah, both of you going somewhere. I guess I was standing up there and I was turning sideways, and she saw it, and I looked at it in the mirror, and I said, "No, things gonna be changing real quick," and it has. Like I said, an inch and a half off my waist already,
Wow.
and like I said, I changed my diet in a way because I'm a big eater. I mean, I can eat like nobody's business. But let me tell you, um, with this product, okay, that's right behind it. The audience can see that those little cans in the backs there. Um, is a lifesaver. I'm going to tell you right now, it's a lifesaver because I would never, ever in a million years, sit down and have a shake and not have a meal afterwards, right? I have this, it tastes good. I put different things in there and enhances it in a lot of ways. And I don't get hungry until it's time for me to eat. And I eat right about 6 o'clock. And and that's it. And not a big plate either. This is really
Excellent.
good, right?
I think it's funny. We talked about food and all the rest, but one thing that I'm always curious about is why supplements? So why do we need supplements? Dennis Willard, I know we talked about that, but what is the role of these supplements, and why is it important more than ever to start looking at supplementation?
And I kind of said that before we, went on live that a few years back when I was training with the Function Medicine Group Institute for Functional Medicine, one of their conference, I think about 7 or 8 years ago, I met a physician that in the training with us and from US, and he also is a farmer, and he you know do farming during the farming season, and then the rest he'll work as a physician. And he said the reason we're telling people to take supplement is because the produce the product that come out of these farming are no longer not the same nutrient density as they used to be. He said, like when even his parents were farming, when his parents were farming, they will farm one summer on like one acreage or whatever, and then the next season they will move and they will not reuse that land for 7 years, and they will let it rest and let it regenerate. But now, today, with the demand and technology and all of that, he said, we are farming on the same land year after year after year, and that the land does not have a chance to rest and replenish. So the nutrients in the land are depleted. So with that, even we're eating properly or balance all of that, there is some people some point needed extra vitamins and mineral supplement. And the reason is, like I said, you know our body work as a machine, and we have the enzyme that doing all these things, creating extra protein, rebuilding muscle, making brain chemical neurotransmitter like serotonin, all these mood stuff. But you need the vitamins and minerals in there. And then you need the protein properly as a building block to do all of that. So, our body is very complex, well building machine. If you fuel it properly, one of the things that I forget who mentioned that it was really nice that when I talk about people, you gotta cut out the junk food and stuff, and people laughed at me or whatever. And one of my mentors said, if you have a Ferrari, are you gonna put in leaded gasoline, or you gonna buy the premium gasoline to put it into your Ferrari or Lamborghini?
Yeah.
And everybody is saying, no, I'm gonna buy premium gasoline.
Yeah.
What do you think your body is? Garbage truck?
That's great. That's a great analogy. And also, so Dennis, that's fantastic advice. And Will, what has your experience been with taking supplements?
It just makes me feel good that I've taken them, right? I don't know if it it changes anything because it's in my body. I just feel how I feel when I go work out and I take a supplement. If I miss taking a supplement, I'm having an issue with myself, right? I said, "Did I take it? No, I have to go back and I'll get it and I'll take it and I'll go on about my day." But um, it's almost like it's an automatic mode for me. I go downstairs, I take my supplements in the morning, I take my drink, my smoothies here, and I'm good for the day. I don't have to worry about the supplements anymore because I've already taken them. Right? It's just a routine that I get into, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't particularly feel any different when I take a supplement, but I know when I'm taking one, it's good for me. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, that's an excellent point too, right? It's often what you don't see behind that's happening that ultimately causes some issues, right?
Right.
I know when we talked, you mentioned you're feeling great, you're got lots of energy, and that's really what it's all about, right?
Yeah, when I stayed at the gym for an hour and 45 minutes the other day, and was still looking for something else to do, yeah, I feel really good. 63 years old, I feel very good.
Super. Maybe we'll see you on the Bombers again this year.
That's stretching it a little bit.
So I think that's fantastic. But so Dennis, when you're looking at all the different supplements that are there, is there any basic supplements that you say, listen, people should be considering taking at least these basic supplements or this basic nutrition as far as supplementation is concerned?
Absolutely. Every time when people come and ask me saying, okay, you know what, I want to take some supplement, I think I should because I don't think I'm eating properly. I tell them that, okay, there's a few of them that as a basic you should take. One is vitamin B complex because vitamin B complex involved with the energy production. Vitamin B complex involved with the brain neurotransmitter production. Vitamin B complex actually involved with your liver function. And vitamin B complex in the liver involved with the detoxification. So, and then vitamin B complex also help you with the stress response and sleep.
Whoa.
So that's a giving. But second supplement that if anybody, asking, my thing is omega-3 fatty acid.
Okay.
Because our whole body, on our skin, all our cell membrane, and our brain is omega-3, omega-6. But we get a lot of omega-6 from our food, the way things are. So I recommend omega-3. And so that from the cellular level, function already. The other thing is omega-3 is anti-inflammation. Guess what? A lot of chronic diseases are inflammation disease, diabetes, Alzheimer, all of them are inflammation due to inflammation. So omega-3, taking that as a supplement anti-inflammation, that will prevent further if you already have some issue. But if you haven't got there yet, it can help prevent from getting these chronic inflammation diseases.
Oh.
And then the other thing is probiotic. Our gut is the most important organ in our system because our gut protects us from outside environment apart from the skin. If you look at it, our gut is actually a hollow tube. It's inside our body, but not inside our body. It's outside environment because you open the mouth and you look at the other end is anus. There's no opening. This is totally outside environment inside our body.
Yeah.
And so whatever go through there, this gut has to protect it. And one of the defense mechanism that making it, immune system working better is balance of probiotic.
Okay.
Bacteria. We have trillions of bacteria in our gut. And if you believe it or not, part of our genetics is not ours, it's from the bacteria in our gut.
True.
So those are the three basic things. And then apart from that, magnesium is the other one.
Yeah.
I will not go without magnesium because magnesium, if you look at it, involved with over 300 plus enzymatic function in our system. And we ignore that. By the time we can test low magnesium in our blood, it's too late. You're already having arrhythmias and cardiac issue.
Wow. No,
So
that's
those are the one that I usually take.
yeah, no, excellent. That's fantastic. And when we look at, I mean, there's so many different, again, different supplementations, all the rest. If you have any words of wisdom, Willard, for the viewers, and I might add also, if anybody has any questions, we did a broad overview. This is the first episode, so we're kind of looking at it at a 30,000 foot level. And as we break down into the other episodes, we'll get a little bit deeper into different subjects, different topics. But if you have some words of wisdom, Willard, to share with the viewers.
I simply say, take a chance on yourself.
Oh,
You won't be disappointed. You know, you can get up, even if somebody can help you get to that next level, so to speak. Take a chance on yourself. You won't be disappointed in it, right? Because it's something that you and you alone did for yourself. And with that's in your mind, you will get to that next level, you know, because you want to get to that next level, because now all those aches and pains you were feeling back when you were not doing anything, now they're slowly dissipating, right? And you're starting to get active and stuff. You're losing weight, whatever. You're sleeping better. Your energy level is a lot higher, right? Then, you know, once you get to that level that you think you're ready to go again, go join a gym, right? Go join the gym, and you know, maybe hire a trainer or something like that, or just simply ask people what they're doing. You know, what's working for them. You know, people are out there to help people. They're going to help you, especially at the gym, because everybody's trying to get to the same thing, to stay in shape, stay healthy, and, you know, be less a burden on our healthcare system.
absolutely. I love that. Take a chance on yourself. I love that. That's
Yes.
a beautiful statement. And Dennis, yourself, and the last few comments.
Well, take a deep breath and trying to keep calm. And when people say something, or you know, there's some issue, etc., respond properly with gentle and care. Be kind to people. Everybody, you know, sometimes we don't know why they act that way. We don't know why, you know, they say this or they say that. So, you know, be considerate, because our society has always been, you know, fighting and arguing, and like that actually cause more health issue, because the stress is actually 95% cause of a lot of chronic health issue. That's an underlying cause, because last 15 years that I'm working with many patients doing wellness coaching and you know, consulting, 95% of the patients that come to me, doesn't matter what issue, it's always there's underlying issue that I dug into, that I find that chronic stress there. And with that, you know, eating properly, doing some, you know, breathing or meditation, create a good mindset that, like Willard said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to get healthy, I'm going to, you know, keep up with it, be consistent, and be kind to everybody. And we are all trying to help each other so that we have a better, healthier society. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely, 100%. So if there are any questions, I know we've got 3 different platforms that are coming on right now. So I don't know if you see them all, Dennis.
I don't see anything on my side.
Me either.
Okay, that's okay. We're
Yeah,
just
if any, you know, anybody have any question, you can put in a comment on whichever platform you're watching us, and we will look through that, and we will definitely answer as much as as good as we can. And also that, like Norm said, this is the first time that we came on live, and we're planning to do this at least once a month, if not every 2 weeks. And with that,
there is a question that just came in.
okay.
Willard and Dennis, I think we could all answer this, but what is something that you would have done differently if you could go back?
Me, nothing. Reason being, you go back, then things change. The future changes, so nothing. You know what? I was blessed to having certain people in my life, especially in my athletic career, and I wouldn't change a thing.
Excellent. Beautiful. Dennis?
For me, it's kind of similar like what Willard said. I can go back. So what I've done is I looked at my past as a lesson, and then I try to do better at the moment and now, and hoping that the future will be better.
Excellent. That's the way to do it, right?
Yeah.
No regrets.
No regrets, exactly.
That's fantastic. Any parting words, Dennis? Any Willard?
Yeah, like I was saying that in the future, like we're gonna try and do this once a month, at least, if not once every 2 weeks, if we can, time permitting, with the Willard schedule and our schedule, all of that. And so with that, if any, people that on the call right now listening, if you have any other topic that, health topic that you want us to tackle, we're always open to.
We just had another question. I love it. It says, Mr. Reeves, what do you do to maintain that wrinkle-free face?
That's my oldest daughter, by the way.
Hello.
I was waiting for her to jump on.
Good question.
I get to call my
smiling.
Yeah, I get to call my grandkids because they're way over there. I'm way over here. Hi guys. Okay, bye. No, I'm just
beautiful.
Kidding.
I love
it. Just great genes, and if you see my daughter, you'll see exactly what we're talking about. She's
there you go.
Beautiful lady herself.
And I know we've met quite a few times over the last few months, Willard, and definitely your attitude.
Oh.
So you have an amazing attitude. So does Dennis, and you see it in people's face. The attitude's incredible. So I just absolutely love it. It's a pleasure having you on, and we're going to continue doing this for the next.
The pleasure's all mine, and I think that has a lot to do with your health and wellness is your attitude as well, right?
Absolutely. So, your mindset and your attitude.
Yeah.
That's I say that's the half a battle for me. That your mindset and your mood and attitude. If you don't have that, if you're always thinking negative, then it's gonna be always tough for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You have another person there?
Yes. Just said thank you guys for the insights.
That's good.
Looking forward to more sessions.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And this is what it's all about. It's really it was just a conversation about health and wellness. We're going to talk about wealth on future shows. We're going to talk about mindfulness and a whole bunch of different health topics. And really, Willard, that you summed it up really well, and Dennis too. It's really about having a good conversation about health, wellness, making sure that everybody's on a path, so that we're living longer, living healthier, and just enjoying the whole 86,400 seconds we have today, right?
Yes, and never ever. You always want to help somebody, right? Because that means that much more. Even just a conversation is what you do, how you got to where you are at this particular time. This is important, and I think that if we can all step up, to help each other, I think it would go a long way, especially in our health and wellness.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Do we have time for another question?
So we got.
We have a question that says, "Love the chat. How have each of you been able to take lessons learned in entrepreneurship, your careers, and apply them to your health, or vice versa? What lessons overlap in business and in health? Great question.
It is a great question, and I think for me, transitioning from professional athlete to a public servant, and I will say that, working for the Justice Department, now I'm in politics. The transformation was quite easy, because as an athlete, you got people rooting for you and stuff like that. Once you're out of that, now you're a public servant with law enforcement and stuff. You get to meet everyone, in that area, and you learn to have rapport with the people. You're outgoing. You want to talk to people. You want to help people, right? You don't want to talk down on anybody and whatever. So I think it's the attitude of the people. It's the attitude of you, okay, that can resonate to others in a very positive way, and that's something that I want to make sure that I maintain for the rest of my life.
Excellent. Dennis?
Yeah, for me I look at its health as a wealth. And, as a business owner and entrepreneur, I've been running my pharmacy for 25 years. And I've learned it from business and the health point of view that you need to take care of yourself. You need to have a better attitude.
Yeah.
And, that's why I said not everything, but a lot of the thing is mindset and attitude. If in the business, you don't have the right mindset to do the business and right mindset to serve people, your business not going to grow. And when I started 25 years ago, I had the mindset that I want to serve the patient. That's why I opened our own pharmacy, so that I don't have to answer to anybody. Whatever patient needs, if I can help them, I will do it. And to the point that I've actually had cell phone on 24/7 at my pharmacy. My pharmacy phones are forwarded to my cell phone when I close. And I actually literally, I think I did it for 15 years out of 25 years. And I only got 2 phone calls, and both of them were like, one was on 2 a.m. And I woke up, I picked up the phone, and there's mom on the other end that the kid got an ear infection, and they just came back from Children's Hospital emergency after waiting for 10 hours. And
Yeah.
she was floored that I answered the phone, and I went and picked up and filled a prescription.
Yeah.
2 a.m. The other thing was Christmas Day. One of my customer phone, even though they know that I'm closed on Christmas because I'm a Christian, I don't open weekends and holidays. That's my family time. They left a message. I called them back, and her mom was out of town and needed the nitro spray for chest pain, and she left the nitro spray home and don't know what to do. I went into my pharmacy. I grabbed the nitro spray, gave it to her, and they were surprised that Christmas morning. I said, well, I'm on my way to church, but here, there's a nitro spray. So, it's your attitude, what you want to do. And the health, the same thing. You want to get healthy, do something. You can't say, oh, I'm too much pain. Oh, this is too expensive. Well, cut out the chips. Like I see every day people lining up at Starbucks. I'm not saying don't go there, but Starbucks coffees are like $5 a piece. And there's 20 cars lining up. Meantime, some of those people will tell me that, no, your supplement is too expensive. Or, healthy eating, to eat healthy is too expensive. So it's the attitude and mindset, health and business, the same thing.
Yeah. Definitely. It's incredible how the two are intertwined, right? And there's so many similarities to that. Willard and Dennis, you both mentioned bringing a good positive attitude to your business, to your health, right?
Yeah.
Making sure you're surrounded with great people, business and health. Yeah. Making sure that you look at all the details and all the rest, and that you put in positive and good energy in a business and in your health. Yes. So there's a lot of things there that overlap both in business and health entrepreneurship. And I know you both enough to know that that's what you bring to both of your businesses and what you do in life. So
Yes.
it's incredible the relationships that are very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's fantastic. So again, Dennis, if you just want to sign off, Willard, if you have a few more words.
No, I don't have anything else. You know, I think
Well,
this
my
is a
my
very
last
good.
quote is be kind and live in the moment and have a better mindset. And we will see you in either 2 weeks or in a month, depending on, we'll have to figure that out. But this is a really wonderful time together, chatting about different things and health and etc. So until then, thank you for joining us,
Thank you.
and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.